Okay, so I'm testing out some new migration rules, and here we are. We're currently in 1616, so about halfway through this sort of campaign game type thing, and we are sort of halfway through the early summer, and my wife's gone out, she's playing with me, and so I'm just making a quick video. So here we are, here's the game as it stands. So people have printed out before, there's no real differences here. Got all the spirit cards and all these things laid out here. Do have a slightly modified, this is just stuck on here, that I've posted on Consim World, and the same with this is just has this herd limit here, which was referred to in the rules. We can see it's been quite a busy game. The first thing that stands out here are the grant lands. This card came out very early, one of the condition cards, and these grant lands have slowly been settled, which have really squeezed the Morocamp, which I'm playing at the moment, out of the areas which they like next to these water courses. So that's been a bit problematic. I've had a bit of argy-bargy going on with the llamas. Seems to have settled down a little bit now. And then my wife's playing the sables. They were having quite an easy time of it at the top there. Of course they are, you know, they get on really well with the Lunas. So they've got the best grazing to begin with. And the llamas came up here to try and make a remonstration with them, but various things, well, we can see, let's zoom in and see what we've got. So the llamas, we can see we've got the Khan llamas, we've got a herd with them, a reduced herd. The independent tribe, the Sunset Society, they have with them, okay, the Sunset Society are very good against dark spirits, which if we go over here, it's upside down, it's able to have this gloom spirit here, so quite good at negating that. They also sacrificed a storm ball and got storm ball's gift of the ball's heart, which means they don't have to retreat as well. So they're looking quite good. But they've been a bit scuppered by the sables, who also have Wild Hunter allied to them, a stuck Wild Hunter's storm down here. So this area can't be travelled through. So they could go around here, but it's sort of, it is the middle of summer just coming up. So it's not a great time to do lots of ambitious activities. Talking about my Morocamp, we're sort of split into two at the moment. So the main forces are down here. We do have the baboon troop, which I allied, and I am on an adventure. Okay, we can see down here I'm at the Temple of Fed, and I've yet to overcome a group of brews guarding away, so I have to do that again. Okay, I got a 1 actually, so I rolled 1 rune, so nothing happened there at all, just waiting it out. We can see down here, because it's the early summer phase, we can see the grazed markers are being put in place, okay, to show these areas have been grazed. The second edition rules, these really should say Morocamp grazed, but I'm just using the old counters for now. The llamas are making full use of their ability to graze in the hills, which other tribes can't use. We'll come back to this chaos herd here in a minute, because that's a card that's just been pulled up this turn. Let's go and have a look at, try not to get too much glare in it, what we've got going on here. So I'm not using my Protectoress at the moment, they can guard a herd for you. I do have 2 goods that I've managed to get. That was from raiding Caravan Alley, and I forget what the other one, I think I've been trading some herds away. And I've got Waha, the gift, I sacrificed the Waha. And I've got this spirit guide, which I'm going to use in a moment when I show you the spirit deck. Okay, as we go over here, these are all the different cards and all the spirits. Okay, on the back, dust spirit there is a standard spirit. Okay, sorry, phone call happened then. So we can see we have all these are the spirits. We've got Lunar battle cards. If you battle the Lunas, they get sort of random spirit. We've got the treasures in here. So there's tables, the dung urn, medicine bundles there. We have all these tokens which can be put into play, like the hyena, Stormball worshippers. These are all condition cards and things that can happen. Grandmother's web. Condition cards. One of these comes up each turn. I think they're over there at the moment. These are the hero quests. Okay, a bit early for a hero quest yet. I've got a hero. I think most of us got heroes now, but we're nowhere near ready to attempt one of those. We go over to the sable, which my wife's been playing. We can see, so Blessed Waha, but because she didn't sacrifice to, she has got a barren herd, which means her herds aren't going to be as productive this year. But she does have Gloom Spirit, and there's the Wild Hunter, which is a great spirit actually. Pretty sure he's a great spirit, isn't he? Let's check. Yeah, he's a great spirit. Okay, and he has his special ability on here, which is his Storm token there. And then these are the 3 current conditions. Now, conditions can be ongoing or they can be one-offs. Now, this is the one that's just been played. I'll come back to it in a minute. Grantlands came out very early, so randomly we can see the Grantlands have been here, and that's really bothered my Morakamph. We also have the internal battles in play, and he's currently, where is he? It's over here whizzing around. You can go there and try and emissary some really sort of powerful bodies of old and ghost warriors and all sorts of things, but it's a bit tricky and a bit risky, and no one's actually done that yet. So that's still there. It hangs around for a while. And the one that's just been pulled out this turn is Chaos Stalked Prax, where we all draw a random chaos creature and we can place it in an opponent's area. So we can see that there are some Scorpion Men up here with the Sables. I think a load of brews have taken place down here, and we've got a Chaos Herd roaming around here, and they all have different effects. I won't go through all those now. We have the High Llamas here, which they've actually got a treasure card already, the Horn of Plenty, which is quite useful for them. Now the non-player roles, the Impala and the Bison. The Impala are pretty much, because they've pretty much been wiped out, to be quite honest. The Bison still have a presence in the waste, and there is one lot over there. I can see over in the corner there, still on the board, but quite nice herds to go hunting. We can see on the Lunar attitude track. So the Sables upset the Lunars a little bit. I forget what they did now. I think they're messing about with Moonbroth or something, so they didn't like that because Moonbroth is garrisoned. So I think they like what they're going on there. And my Morakamph are increasingly almost hostile, so I've got to be a bit careful. I have been messing around in these settled areas, which the Lunars don't like me doing, as I've sort of been squeezed out. God's Plane, so that's for the hero quest. No hero quest going on yet. We can see the current power state. I have quite a bit of power at the moment, mainly because I had a gift from, was it Waha? Was it Aretha? I forget now. Anyway, I had a bonus of power, so I've got more power there. But the Sables are way ahead on their status at the moment, mainly because I've been so busy squashed between the Llamas and the Grantlands that we have been skirmishing a bit too much and been leaving these guys alone. One of the reasons why the Llamas went over there. So the Spirit Plane, here are all the spirits on the Spirit Plane. I'm just about to send my Shaman off on the Spirit Plane, so I might show you that before we go back. So let's do that now. So it is early summer. We've done the coal herds. We've placed the grazing markers, which you can see. You will notice that the Llamas have not placed any grazing markers because I think they had a gift. Yes, they sacrificed and got this fertile ground, which means none of the areas they graze gets graze markers on it, which is quite a useful thing to have. Duckafell Spirit Festival, we haven't done anything about that yet. Caravan Alley is active, which is here, so these guys could raid Caravan Alley as well. And then we get 2 tribal actions. So my first tribal action was going to be moving my Shaman, which is here. He's going to move one area into a place of power. This is Cam's Well. It's a place of power and an oasis. Okay, and we're going to leave my body to the fetch, get my spirit guy over here, and we're going to enter the Spirit Plane. Now, when you enter from a place of power, you can move up to 3 areas on this plane here. Where was my finger? 3 areas on the plane here. But we also have Wahad's gone to the Spirit Guide, so we can actually move 6. Pretty well, we're going to move wherever we like to move. So let's see what happens here. So first of all, I decide I work out where I'm going to appear on the Spirit Plane by rolling 2 dice and cross-referencing those. Okay, so we can see we have this symbol here matches there, so we know we're going to be on this segment over here, and we go up to the chaos symbol, which is here. So I appear here on the spirit plane. Now I can move up to 6 areas. I can't move diagonally, but as soon as I enter an area with a spirit, I've got to stop and interact. So pretty much I can go most places. I'm trying to think what would be quite good. Okay, I should have looked a bit earlier, because there might be some spirits that have an affinity with cams. Well, I don't think there are any, but if they have an affinity, they're a little bit easier to ally. But so let's just go. Let's go to these independent spirits for a bit of fun. So we go 1, 2. End my turn here. Now I have to try and ally one of the independent spirits. So I'm going to wander over here to the independent spirits. Here they all are. There's quite a lot of these guys. Let's find a bit of space we can set them out. We can have a look at them. Okay, so there is a lot of them. Okay, might not be able to show them all. There we are. So here we have, Pure Horse Founder. So what I'm looking particularly here is this number in the left hand corner. That's the amount of power that I need to recruit them, to ally that. And on the right hand side is the amount of power I have to keep them. So as long as I've got 1 and I have 1 left, the Pure Horse is going to stay with me. He's just a pretty straightforward 2 combat power guy. I've got the Great Rhino. He needs 4, and as we know, I'm pretty much good on power. I've got 9 at the moment. So you can't use it in battles against other rhinos. If he wins a spirit combat, he can roll again. Okay, so that's pretty good. Got Found Child, and this has a few. This one is again a pretty good one, and you've got this extra ability: discard Found Child in the Cull Herd phase instead of culling any herds. We just have the Cull Herd phase, and often they have their spirit value and an additional. So we have Ostrix Mother. Reroll any dice. Brother Dog, spirit combat 4, but against anything with a beast rune 8. Okay, that's pretty good. The Hyena. Okay. Hyena counter in an area with no unit that can move this season. Use the ability twice and then discard Hyena. So he's one of these guys over here that has his own counter. There he is. So that can come on the board and do things. So all the spirits have quite a lot of unique abilities to them. 5 of the independents. Oh, that's quite nice. The Dead Place can count as Chaparral. But I think that's okay. I'm a long way away from the Dead Place, so I'm not going to bother with that guy. And we've got the Condor as well. So looking at those guys, I think I am going to go with, because I'm struggling a bit with feeding myself, being pushed out of my most fertile areas, I'm going to take Found Child. Okay. And I can do that because I have sufficient power. Found Child comes and joins here. I've already got the Monkey King, River Horse and Sunhawk allied. Okay. And these will go back. They will go back. I then leave the spirit plane, come back to here, pop my guy back over, and he can stay there, but at the end of the turn he's going to have to move out of there anyway, so I'm going to move out of there already. So that's where I am at the moment. Anything else I haven't mentioned? Oh yes, I managed to take control of, you can temporarily take control of places. Okay, Gape, so I've temporarily taken control of. Okay, that give me power and prestige. And someone else did that as well, but I can't remember who did it now. I'm sure, so, oh yeah, the Sables did it over here. Okay, Day's Rest they've taken there. Now, because this is the early summer phase and we've got these graze markers on, we then we have a migration move at the end of this phase. Okay, so any animal or any herd that cannot survive in its area, so we look at this, the bison here, okay, Chaparral can only support 1 herd in the summer, okay, and it's bison like don't have any special abilities. So this is graze for them, and it should say bison graze. So when we come to the migration move, taking turns, starting with the guy with the most power, these can move one area. Okay, now in an area like this, that's not really much of a problem. When it all gets a bit scrunched in here, like here, it's a little bit trickier. Okay, now these guys don't have to move because they've got that fertile ground blessing, but these guys will, and he can just put you out of place. I can't go back into Grantlands. I mean, you can go into the Grantlands and do things there, but they don't like it. But definitely when you do migration move, you can't. So, you know, I'd probably have to move this guy over to here. Then, obviously, the llamas don't have to move. The sables might have to move. Now, the sables have got this lovely pasture over here, okay, or this lovely grasslands, which can survive, which can only, at the moment, do one animal. They did have a card. I can't remember. They had a spirit who's discarded. It's why they've got so many guys here. But these guys will have to move again, and we go back and forth and back and forth, and that will be the end of the turn. Okay, so just stepping back, there we are. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching.